Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. It's a good day to be here. Every day's a good day to be here, right? I mean, you know it's going to be something related to yarn, and isn't that what we like to play with? Yes, it is. So I figured today would be an easy one, right? You know, it's Thursday and I've been doing a series To the Toes where I'm really trying to concentrate and work on doing something foot related so it's not all crammed at the end of the year and I'm stressed out trying to do, stress is overrated. It's definitely not stress like that. But I'm not trying to cram everything in towards the end of the month. You know, the end of the year anyway. And yeah, I had a comment. It's like, oh, wait, you've got like 10 pair. If you finish this, it's 9 pair left. Okay, and you got 9 months left. Oh, I think that was supposed to reassure me, but it kind of like put things into perspective. Like, oh, okay, I should probably think about that. Because one a month isn't bad. It really isn't. You can intersperse working on some socks, a little bit here, a little bit there, and everything amongst all the other projects that, let's face it, we have startitis. I have startitis. There are some of you who just work on 1 or 2 projects at a time, finish those and start new ones. Good on you. That's not me. Yeah, but we all have our strengths and weaknesses, you know? That's all there is to it. So I thought that would be easy because I was digging through my bin, you know, and that right there is that Tuesday series of going through some really old vintage whips. And look what we found, right? We found this and it's like, okay, perfect. And I love the suggestions too about doing the sock. This right now would most likely fit my daughter-in-law who's in the hospital on bed rest waiting for, you know, her 4th child to come along. We're trying to stop that. Okay, I have nothing to do with the stopping, but you know, she's like 31 and a half weeks, so she's gonna be there for a while. Anyway, that this would probably fit her. And I love the suggestion. The idea was finish it off, knit like the wind. I wound the other half. This was just a messed up 50 gram ball is what it was. And knit like the wind and take it to her in the hospital because, well, let's face it, she's gonna be in the hospital for a while longer because they'd like her to stay for 34 weeks or not stay 34 weeks, but for the baby to be at least 34 weeks before born. Water broke, she's on bed rest, there you have it. So she's in good hands, the baby's in good hands, he's doing well, he's a mighty little guy, right? You know, but mom's gonna be going nuts. And I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea. So I grab my yarn and I have my handy dandy little scale right there. This little thing, it maxes out at 100 grams, but it goes at grams per gram scale, not, you know what I mean? It goes really tiny and it goes to the 100th of a gram. So it wasn't reading well with the whole ball kind of hanging over the edge. So I wound this in a cake to make it easier. I have 23 and a half grams of yarn here. Now we know that a 50 gram ball may or may not be 50 grams, right? It could be a little more, a little less. And weighing this, it's like 27 grams, but then again, I do have the needles and some stitch markers, so those are going to take some weight. Either way, I'm going to have to pull some of this out, which is okay. I don't have to pull it all out, but it's okay that I rip out some of it. I had already started working on the toe, the toe decreases, which we can see. So I think I'll just pull back all of the toe decreases. Where's it at? And then weigh the yarn. Can we see that right here? Can we see? Yeah. Can you see a little bit right there? That little line, that's where I started doing those decreases right there. There and up. And maybe on the other side it's a little more pronounced. Maybe you can see better in gray, probably not. But that's where I've got the decreases. There we go, see? Got those right there. And I should probably just pull those back, weigh the yarn again, because what I want to make sure is I have enough for the socks to match. I'll use a contrasting color, I'm not sure what, but I'll grab some contrasting color that I have, for that matter, maybe hot pink or something, I don't know, that mom might like, something crazy, so I can do that. I love the idea. And you can see I was getting ready, you know, I didn't have to wind this, but it did make it easier when I had it on a scale. I like my little scale. I like my toys and gadgets. I did not know I would really enjoy said scale, but it's a geeky thing and I love it. So, you know, you got the little scale and everything, and having the cake sit completely on it like that, it gave a better true weight. And it's like 23 and a half grams. So I don't want to push it on that. I would like them to both match. They won't be the same all the way through. They'll have the contrasting toe. Perfect. they'll match each other. And the pattern probably won't start at the same spot, but it'll still be this yarn. I doubt I'm going to start at this light blue. I mean, I could, maybe. I'm not going to get that crazy. I can match things with this type of a yarn when I have enough to do it, if that makes sense. But if it's in the middle of a repeat or something, I'm not going to cut the yarn, start it in that spot, and then splice in more yarn. If there was a knot in it already or the yarn broke or some sort, then of course I would. But that's not the case with this. So I'm not going to add the extra drama. There you go. So there we have it. No more extra ends and knots and bumps. So I'm saying this would be the easy one to go, hey, look, I did this. Yeah, you can see I haven't done anything more than prep it, which, okay, that in and of itself is helpful. I mean, that's half the battle on a lot of things is, are you going to do it, right? You have to convince yourself, however that is. Like, yes, I am going to do it. I have got my stuff. I haven't measured the needle size, but I do know where my 1s are and I do know where my 2s are. Those are definitely not 2s. Pretty sure, well, I don't know. I've got a needle gauge. I'm not sure what size these are. I'm hoping that they're 1s. They're probably 0s. I do know where some 0s are too. So I will end up doing this on double points on the second sock just because it's my preference. And I love the concept and idea of, look at that, little tiny needles. I love that concept and idea. And I haven't tried working with them in forever, but the multiple times I have tried, they ended up hurting my hands. And I would rather enjoy my crafting than have cramped hands just because I can look cool using the little tiny mini needles. So I'll leave those for somebody else who can use them and love them. You know, good on you. That's fantastic. I wish I was one of them. I'm just not. So instead of working on that, I got kind of excited, right? We showed this, my other copy is downstairs. So this is the new one. We showed this yesterday. And from the comments, you can still get this book. If you're interested, there's copies on eBay. I was told copies on eBay, multiple copies, no clue on the price. And then the publisher themselves, there's another commenter on yesterday's video that commented on it, on where you can get said magazine. And I think it's like $11.50. Cool. And it was published in 2002. Didn't know that. It was published in June of 2002. I got my first copy, my original copy, soon after that. And yeah, contrary to popular belief, I had no idea how to make socks 23 years ago at all. I've gotten better. And I remember flipping through this with you guys yesterday and looking at this and, you know my aversion to doing the baby stuff. See, we got all the cute little baby socks and slippers and everything right there. Well, I have never made any of the baby ones from here. Not that I remember. It's been a lot of years, but not that I remember. So, of course, I had to. And I got, where's my ball yarn? The Premier wool-free sock yarn. This one, I believe, is also discontinued. I love the feel of this. The closest that you can get to the feel of this is the Premier Fruits, and it's not quite the same. It's close, but it's not quite the same. And it has, I think, the same composition. I'll read it. Maybe. All right, so this is 93% acrylic, 7% PBT. I've had people tell me what PBT is again. I don't remember offhand. Google is your friend, and I'll probably look it up or somebody will tell me again, and I greatly appreciate it, and I definitely read it and enjoy it, but I don't memorize it because it's a long explanation, and it was really cool. But that's what this is. Cozy Toes by Hobby Lobby is also the 97% acrylic, the 7% PBT, and it's, you can see it's got this squishy, it's very squishy, it's slightly stretchy, really soft. Like I said, the Premier Fruits is similar, has the same composition, but to me, it doesn't feel the same. Granted, I have not actually made anything with my Premier Fruits sock yarn. I haven't. I know it's terrible. But, I mean, just the feel in the ball. This feels like the Cozy Toes. This feels like a couple other brands that are also discontinued. And the reason I'm bringing that up is it's one of my favorite ones for kids' clothes. It's one of my favorite ones for what I call the grow with me tops, whether it's boy or girl. And what I do with those is like a stretchy or a rib top, and I'll make it really long. And as the child grows, they get a little wider, the top gets a little bit shorter, it fits them for longer. And that's the whole object, or a whole objective, is when you're making something, you would like them to maybe be able to wear it more than 1 or 2 weeks. Because let's face it, for most of us, it's going to take more than 1 or 2 weeks to make whatever the garment is. I mean, you know, maybe you're like super speedy fast and you can whip up an outfit in a day. I can't. I think I'm semi-fast. I mean, I'm not the fastest, not the slowest, but you know, I'm like, whatever. But yeah, that's why I like the stretchy garments. That's why I like those types of things. And I've made those types of garments for all 5 of the grandchildren we have, and number 6 on the way, right? You know, we're working on those types of things. So we got a little boy coming. Don't know his name yet. It'll be perfect. And I grabbed this one right here, you know, nice manly color, nice strong young man, and decided I was going to follow that pattern with the charts and make a pair of socks from said book. And I think I might make some more things from the book too. I was going to make this green pair of booties with the little cable up the front. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, we go. It has a little cable up the top. You can see that. That's one I was going to make. But since I picked this yarn that has a Fair Isle type pattern, I decided I should probably just do a plain pair of socks and let the yarn do the talking as opposed to the pattern. So I ended up doing this blue pair over here, which is just a typical plain stockinette type of a design. This one has garter stitch on it and everything, and this one's, you got all the fancy stuff with the different colors, but I think, and I haven't read it, I think it's still just the plain sock. So went ahead and did that, and oh my gosh, look at the little booties. They match so much with what I have on, don't they? Look at these adorable little booties. There's 2 little booties. Perfect, absolutely perfect. And this yarn is so stretchy, so not an issue as far as that goes. That's one of the things I really love about the yarn. You can see here's the cuff that we fold down. Nice. I didn't worry about matching them. Not really. I thought they were going to match because you look at the tops, pretty much, you know, I started them with the same, but I don't know, maybe the colors reverse on itself. I haven't worked through enough of it, but there you have it. Love those. And just the turn down, I have the ends woven in. We are ready for baby. Will these fit him when he first comes out? I doubt it. I mean, right now he's 3 pounds, right? That 3 pound range. So I don't know what a 3 pound baby is in like physical size. I just, you know, I know what they said with the ultrasound checking it, and that's normal. That's normal at this stage. So he's doing perfect. So I've got those. And then because we're kind of expecting a little bit of a preemie, right? I made a little matching hat, which may or may not fit. I don't know. I did do some looking up, and they're trying to hold baby till 34 weeks, and 34 weeks they were saying typically about a 10-inch head circumference. Not sure, but this definitely, like I said, this definitely stretches. No issues as far as that. Did I make it long enough? I don't know. You know, it's kind of like some of the other garments that we've talked about. It kind of helps to have that person or that thing or that, you know, whatever you're making it for around so you can try it on. I don't know. But while he's in the hospital, because baby's going to end up being in NICU, but while he's in the hospital, this one might work, right? The socks I think are going to be too big at this stage, but that's okay. That is totally fine. And I was thinking, and I don't know the pattern right now, because again, we're expecting a preemie, and you know, some of you have gone through that with the preemies and you understand the size because either, you know, you had a preemie baby or one of your children had one, or a friend or a family member had a preemie baby and you got to see the size. I can't even fathom it. I mean, okay, I've seen it online, right? We've seen that before, and we've seen pictures before. I've seen that, but in person, I haven't. I haven't visited NICUs where you're seeing preemie babies. I haven't, you know, and experiencing that of a family member, I have not. So I have no clue. I'm just going off complete guesses. And if I'm wrong on size and, you know, our baby's bigger than that, I can always leave it at the hospital for a baby that's not bigger than that, you know, that they might enjoy. So it won't go to waste. It's nothing as far as that goes. And it just comforts me making these things. It really does. I'm just kind of on overdrive, you know, Nana grandma overdrive, right? Making different things. And it's so fitting with the, you know, to the toes. And I didn't get to work on these. I love the ideas of these being mommy socks. Didn't get to work on these, but I was able to make some baby socks. And I think they are adorable. And I was also thinking that I might get some of my, the fruits yarn that I have, because those are all the crazy, wonderful colors. And I got a lot of them. I don't remember all the colors. I got a lot of the colors. Let's put it that way. I remember I got a lot of them. I just haven't used them. Now's a good time to do something. And I would love to make a garment of some sort. I do have 2 of these that haven't been touched. You know, it's the same stuff. I mean, how cute is that? I would like to make some form of a little garment for the little guy. I don't really know size-wise. I mean, admittedly, I really don't in particular pattern. Have I made garments before? Yes, I have. But of this size and this nature, not really. I don't know what I'm doing. So if you know of any, I know I did get some recommendations for preemie hats, and I greatly appreciate that. And that's what got me down on the trail and making the working on that blue one that I'm working on. So if you have something preemie outfit that maybe you've made or know of, or you do for a charity, which is interesting. I have done preemie things, giving to hospital, but that's a lot of years ago, giving to hospitals, charities, and little jackets and stuff like that before. But that was before we had all the internet and stuff. So I don't have all those patterns downloaded or saved or anything like that, because we just didn't have that then. But yeah, fun stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm in just kind of that getting ready, my version of nesting, right? Because mine's easy. Mommy, not so much. Daddy, not so much, right? All the kids, not so much. Mine is grandma, give me some yarn and needles. I got this, right? I know how to do this. So this is my version of nesting. This is my version of preparing for the baby to be welcomed into the family. I mean, let's face it, he's already welcomed into the family, right? We've never seen him, but God knows, and he's perfect. So we've got this going on, and I just had so much fun just working on these. And I just know these make me smile and happy. They're going to make mommy and daddy smile and happy. How could they not? How adorable. Just that strong little man right there. You know, and I love this thing. I do. And then the way the color, where I stopped it, you've got that little tiny, look at that. Oh my gosh, the little tiny tip of gray on there. You know, just that little bit of a color change. It is just the sweetest little thing to me. It's absolutely adorable. And I know it's got the stretch. It's not going to be too tight. You know, all those wonderful things. You don't want to hurt the baby. But I just think that's really sweet. And having fun doing what I think I can do, making things that I think I can make, and joining in. And it coinciding with To the Toes. And you guys know how enamored I am. You know how much I am looking forward to our latest child. Because if you've been around a while, you know I don't really like making baby booties. I don't. They're so cute. They are so absolutely adorable. And, you know, kind of baby socks kind of go in that realm. Baby booties are another level. Baby socks I can deal with better, but baby booties not so much. And the fact that I'm actually making these, I'm excited. You know, I've got the blue pair around here somewhere. I made a little blue pair. Where'd they go? Are they hiding? Oh, there it is. Okay, so here's my little blue guy. This one should fit with, like, right off with newborn, and this one a little bigger, right? Let's see the size difference on those. Yeah, so I do have a size difference. So I did with the blue ones, the pattern called for size 2s, and I used size 1s because why not? I was lazy. I didn't want to go get my size 2s. And I generally do all my knitting, my socks with size 1s, used to size 0s. And the pattern for this recommended size 2s, and I actually use 2s, it's a looser sock. Well, I mean, for the baby, it's fine. But I mean, well, let's see. Can you see like the gauge on that compared to this? I know we're really close, and so all you see is that. Can you see how the stitches right here are really, really tiny? Hi, I'm right here. Hi. But they're a lot smaller for here to here. And then this is going to see how that's, well, of course, the fabric's a lot stretchier. This right here is going to wear longer and stronger. We don't need that for a newborn. I get that. But I'm referring to if you're making socks for yourself or a loved one and you want them to wear longer, the tighter your gauge, the denser the fabric, the more hardy they are, and they're going to wear a little bit longer. This is just a nice, comfortable, looser fabric, which again, they're for babies. It's not like he's going to be up and walking around. So it's not a big deal at all. So made this on size 2s, made this on size 1s. You can really tell the difference with that. Big difference with the size. But I'm right there making the socks, and I'd like to have something that matches. I have issues with that. Oh my gosh, I have issues with that because I'll make something and then I move on. I do have a hat that I'm trying to make match with this one, but the hat's a lot bigger than what the booties would say. So yeah, it's the same yarn. They're not going to be able to be worn at the same time. I'm going to have to make a much smaller hat to go with this. It's similar to these, right? I think the booties are too big for the hat. Does that make sense? I mean, you can still use them in photo op and what have you, and they'll still keep the little guy's feet warm, but his feet aren't going to be that big, you know, if the head's like that. So I've got mismatched things. Sizing's an issue. Sizing's definitely an issue. But I have plenty more yarn, so I can make more. I can make another hat, cast on a few more stitches, and it'll match more towards the booties. I can definitely do that. I've got plenty of yarn to do that, and I'm liking that semi-matched set. But most of my stuff, like I've got this one, I don't know where the green one is. So I got this little guy. This is crocheted. This is one of my crocheted one with the crocheted book, and it is bigger. You know, small size, but bigger, right? And I don't have anything that really matches this. This one I was trying to work on the crocheted sock and everything, and see, I don't like this the turny thing. Remember we talked about that? Wasn't happy. But I'm playing. I'm having fun with all the things. And I think that's what you should do. That's the excitement of this, you know, just the, okay, we got this. We got a little guy. He's ready. He is ready. He is ready to see the world. He is ready to meet his mommy and daddy face to face. He's ready to know who his sisters and his brother are. I mean, that little guy is ready. So I'm doing what I can to make sure that he has hand knit things, because all the babies have had hand knit things. All the babies have been able to leave the hospital with something that Nana made. You know, and their other grandmother also makes stuff. So I think the last baby ended up leaving the hospital wearing something that I made and wrapped up into something that she made. And what a total blessing that was, to be wrapped in so much love from both the grandmothers on both sides. That to me was absolutely amazing. And it's really cool too that we both do crafting, but we don't tend to overlap, and it's not that we've had conversations, we just make different things. And I thought that was just beautiful and wonderful. And, you know, mommy and daddy were able to wrap their newborn baby up into those things and not worry about, oh, wait, we have to do something for my mom or your mom. No, it just worked out, and that was wonderful and joyous. And that's where I'm at with all of the stuff, is making things, coming up with the fun, joyful creations, and just looking forward to meeting our grandson in person. All right, everybody, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. But if you have anything for preemie sizes or what have you, I am fully aware the baby will not be able to wear those things for maybe a day, maybe 2. That's okay. I'm good with that. I'm good with making something for our baby, because, you know, he's our family, right? Making something for our baby, even if he's only going to be able to wear it once or twice and outgrow it, because let's face it, he's going to be growing fast. That's all there is to it. He's going to be growing fast. When he's ready to make his entrance into the world, he'll be a fast grower. But I'm willing to do that, and I'm having a blast, and it helps me to be more connected, if that makes any sense. That's where I'm at. So help me out, and we'll see whatever baby things that I can make, because right now I've got grandma fever. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.